Hi folks, welcome back to Tactics Zone. A derby special this week after a kind of breathtaking 2-2 draw at Tynecastle there. Plenty to get our teeth into. Now, you really couldn't separate the sides on most measures. Take a look at that expected goals number, 2.13 versus 2.11. That is mean. That's as close to parity as you're ever going to see in that. Possession 50-50 split. There's the formations everyone saw. It was quite interesting. Hibs stuck with their 4-4-2. Hearts went 4-2-3-1. And that number 10, or should I say number 51, Alex Lowry, was going to be key in the opening phases. But Lowry just loved playing in between the lines there. You can see the Hibs, two banks of four. He's found space in behind there. He did that all afternoon. This extended to the edge of the Hibs box even. If you look here, look at all that space he's in to collect that ball. That's where you would normally have maybe a number 6 in there, picking him up, blocking him, doing something, just marking the space even. He ends up with a shot there. Bizarrely, even when Lowry was playing in front of the midfield two for Hibs of Joe Newell and Jimmy Jeggle, who were outnumbered for most of the game just because of the way the formations shaped up. This instance here, they both kind of back off Lowry. They don't want to engage him, and he ends up picking a really good pass for Vargas. So they were struggling to get to grips with him. With the ball, Hibs were persistent playing from the back, worked pretty well for them in terms of keeping the ball. David Marshall's getting much better at it, using his feet. The centre halves go really wide. The two midfielders drop in. Hearts actually stepped off this. They didn't press an awful lot. I think they knew they didn't want to waste their time and end up with bodies out of position. His best chances in the first half, though, were on the break. You would get Boyle and Yuan combining, and Hibs now have two players with real pace. This one ends with Cammy Devlin getting booked, actually, for a foul, as Boyle is just gone. Now, the first Hearts goal, what a strike from Alan Forrest. What a strike. Brilliant play, great to cut inside, an absolute screamer. We were sitting right behind it. You could see it all the way. The thing from a defensive point of view, if you're a Hibs coach here, is looking at that space. Again, it's that same space. Jeggle or Newell or somebody needs to be just in that area, almost marking the space, stopping him from driving in there and getting off the shot. Start of the second half, Hibs did tweak things a little bit, dropped Venti back to help out Jeggle and Newell. You can see them getting closer to Lowry here. And Hibs actually started the second half really well. Then, of course, football being football, Hearts scored. This corner comes back to Lowry, and it's just a switch off. There's a little look between Yuan and Venti. Are you going to him? Am I going to him? They both delay too long. It's a low, hard cross into the box, and as one of Pep Guardiola's coaches says, that's already worth half a goal. Poor Christian Deutsch. So, there was an element of chaos and drama and everything. There always are when you get two goals in whatever it was, 83 seconds. And a couple of lucky bounces maybe, but look, Hibs did the right thing to get back into this game. They crowded that penalty area. They got players in and around Venti, who's trying to play a little ball through here for Yuan. It gets a bounce and Yuan finishes. So they're rewarded for doing the right things. And the second goal, yep, look, Civic should stick that into the stratosphere. Absolutely no doubt about it. It's a low cross from Boyle. Instead, he knocks it out into the worst possible area. That's where Yuan is running in. I've just highlighted Beningame, but it may not have been his job. It might have been somebody else's job, just to be in there and stop a winger or a midfielder running in to take that shot. The game got pretty chaotic after the equaliser, to be honest. There were some crazy moments. I know this one here, I know it's a Hearts set piece at the other end, but how Hearts have left Yuan and Boyle free to run in behind there with neither of the players left back marking them, it kind of summed up how crazy it became. All in all, 2-2. Don't really think either team could complain about the result. Interesting to see how the coaches tackled things. A lot of focus on Lowry coming off. Stephen Naismith makes the decision. He's the coach, he sees him, he knows what his energy levels are, what he can do. It had an impact, but maybe not the defining impact. Anyway, interesting game. we'll look forward to the next one, which is a couple of days after Christmas. Cheers.